Hello, believers, non-believers, and everyone in between. You're listening to Stories with Sapphire. I am Sapphire Sandalo. Now get cozy and open your mind because it's story time.
Happy Wednesday from me and Lola.
Say hi, Lola. Say hi, Pippi.
Welcome to Stories of Sapphire Live. This is the live stream I do every Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. It's where I read your emails and your stories that may not make it into the podcast. And then I answer questions in the chat. And then at the end, we're not going to do it this week because I don't have my cards with me. And I realized that as I started streaming, and I didn't want to get up because I thought Lola wouldn't let me pick her back up again. So we're not going to do the card reading today. But usually every week when puppies are not involved, I will read a card. But yeah, this is Lola. She's a Chihuahua. She is 9, I think. 9 or 10.
Yeah, she's my baby girl.
She's my little princess.
She's my little princess. Say hi, Lola.
Okay. What was the other thing I usually say? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's see how long it takes before Lola... Let's see how long it takes before she decides to leave me.
You want to say hi to the people?
Are you shy? Are you wow? Wow ka?
Lola. Lola. Guapa si Lola. Guapa si Lola. Huh? Guapa?
Okay. Adam, thank you for the super chat. Modding from New York where the sky is yellow because Canada's on fire. Yeah. What the hell is going on over there? I hope everyone is okay. Stay inside. Do not breathe air. Y'all ready for your first story? This is called The Cannibal Monk. All right, let's see how long it takes before she jumps out of my arms.
You okay, baby? You're scared. Do you want to tell a story? Do you want to tell the story? Okay.
Hey, Sapphire. I'm from Canada. Oh, no. That's not that big of a deal. But I was born in Burma, known as Myanmar. You might not know it, but anyway, I am your huge fan, LOL. You're very good at telling these scary stories, and it's kind of weird, but it makes me fall asleep at night. Not weird. Lots of people tell me that. So the story is about a monk who ate people. It is a real story. I heard this when I was at my cousin's house back in 2014 maybe. Our grandma was a bit mad at us for playing outside late at night, so she told us a story. Back in 1976, there was a monk who believed in black magic, and he thought if he ate 100 people, he'd get that power. I believe his name was Ularba. The locals noticed kids, women, and men missing, especially kids. Well, in our country, serial killers are not common because in our religion, killing people is, the biggest sin, and people didn't even know what serial killer means. But one day, a kid went missing when he was playing football with his friends. So the parents went out looking for him, and he went missing around the monk's house, so they decided to ask the monk. I don't know exactly what happened, but I believe they found the bodies when they were in the house and called the police. The monk said he ate at least 96 people. There were skulls, bones of humans, and curries made with human meat. He was sentenced to life in prison. And that's the story. Sorry for my crappy storytelling. After that, me and my cousins never played outside when it was dark. Oh, what? That's crazy. So I'm going to need to look that up. Did anyone in the comments... has anyone in the chat ever heard of this monk? It's not the first time I've heard of someone thinking they can gain power from eating people. 100 people is a lot of people to eat. That's a lot of people to kill. Just so... Also, This sounds bad, but it's like he was so close to his goal, and a part of me is like, I wonder what would have happened if he achieved it. That's so bad. That's so bad. Wow, 96 people. That's a lot of people. I'm going to Google this later because that is crazy pants. All right. Lola, what did you think of that? That's crazy pants, right? Right? Buang siya. Okay. Oh, she's so sleepy. Kapos siya. I'm so distracted today because I have Lola. Like, I picked her up 10 minutes before the stream started, and I didn't want to put her down. I've been holding her for the last, 15 minutes straight.
She's my baby. She's my baby.
Okay. It's okay. Oh, I'm wearing my Mr. Pickles shirt. I'm just dogged out today. All right, this one, no, we're not going to do that. Let's see. This one's called Silhouette. All right, Lily, you ready? Hi, at the Sapphire. I'm from the Philippines. I'm happy to send you one of my stories as I've been a fan of yours since 2017. I'm a classmate of Cephas, if you remember him, and since we're fans of you, I got inspired to send you one of my stories with a twist. Did I read this one already? One day, my cousins went over to my house for a sleepover. We were going to be home alone for a day. Let's just call them Jake and Noah. Later that evening, I cooked them dinner. We all went to the dining table. Noah and I had already finished our food and were getting bored. We immediately thought of an idea. Let's go night swimming, Noah said. I said sure. We asked Jake if he wanted to go swim with us. He said no because he doesn't like to swim. The swimming pool is just a few meters from my house, so it wasn't a problem. Noah and I packed our stuff and began walking. We suddenly heard something in the bush. I was sure it was just a rabbit. Noah said, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, let's keep on walking." So we continued. Finally, we were at the pool. We changed and got ready. We were about to go in when we saw what appeared to be a silhouette of a 6-foot-tall man with a deformed face. Then suddenly we remembered that Jake was a prankster. I'm sure it was just him pranking us. "Stop it, Jake. I'm getting scared," I said. No reply. "He's done this before," Noah said. Then Noah suddenly realized something and stood there in shock. "Noah, are you okay?" I asked. "Run, run," Noah said. I asked why. "Just leave your stuff and run." I got shocked, so I followed him. We went inside our house in a panic. "Tell me what's going on," I asked. As Noah was about to explain, we heard a bang. "Jake? Why are you outside? I was about to prank you guys, but you weren't there." Then I saw a man with a deformed face, and he started chasing me with his weapon. "Lock all the doors and windows," Jake said. We followed him in a panic. We turned off all the lights and we called the police. We ran upstairs and locked ourselves in the bedroom. Noah said that there has been a serial killer who had escaped from prison. He was 6 foot tall and had a deformed face, Noah said. Then suddenly we heard a creak outside. We heard one footstep getting closer to our door. He stopped walking. "I know you're in there," he said with a creepy voice. As he was about to open the door, we heard police sounds. "Thank goodness," whispered Noah. The police kicked our door open and escorted us out. We saw our moms and dads waiting for us. The police said that he escaped when he heard the police siren. What? The police said that he escaped when he heard the police sirens. We got chills because we know he was out there somewhere waiting for his next victim. Very spooky. Thank you, Sandro. Ooh, Adam, thank you for the super chat. So I'm putting together a super rare, valuable MetaZoo tarot deck. Would you use it for the collective reading if I send them with a return label? What's the is MetaZoo the one? Is MetaZoo the one that had like the Pokemon looking thing and the Ouija planchette thing? You gave me some, right? Unless I'm. And yeah, I could do that if you entrust that it will travel well and back. But yeah, I could do that. feel like the theme today is serial killers. I'm trying to see if I can find another serial killer one, since that is the theme.
It's okay, Papa. It's okay, Papa.
It's okay. Oh, she just sighed. Don't you love it when dogs sigh? It's like, what could you possibly have to sigh about, you know? My arm is legit hurting from holding her up like this. Stupid. All right, here we go. This one is called, there's no title for this. You're kidding? Oh, okay, Papa. Okay. Hi, at the Sapphire. Good morning, evening, afternoon. I've heard one of my friend's stories, and I think it might be cool if I could share it. So here's my friend's story. Okay. It's okay. One night, there was a couple having a nice trip in the mountains, enjoying their night. And all of a sudden, they had ran out of gas. They knew that they were effed up, and got lost. So the boy said to his girlfriend, "Hey, I'll be right back. I just need to find a gas station. Please don't open the door no matter what happens. Just keep the door shut, locked. I'll be right back." After like an hour, a crazy old woman approached her asking for some food. Of course, she didn't open the door because her boyfriend told her not to. The old lady got mad and started banging on the car really hard, and after, for like an eternity, the crazy woman, I don't want to call her crazy, the woman stopped banging the door and left. She was really scared and worried because her boyfriend was still out there and scared the old lady might come back. And after, for like an eternity, the old lady did come back and started banging the car again. After she banged the windows and car, she came to the window where the girl was, and the old lady was smiling. She knocked on the window and raised her arm. There was her boyfriend's head, and she raised her left arm, and there was the car key. That's the story. Sorry if some of them are not. Oh, sorry if I had a rough time reading that. There was like words missing, and I was trying to like correct it as I read. But I think I've heard that's like it's a pretty popular urban legend, right? Like that's a version of the car thing. Ooh, I forget. Okay. I'm squinting because my dog's fur is flying everywhere and it is getting in my eye sockets. And it is not. Okay, this one's called Cat Scratch. And we've got a puppy here today. She's a senior puppy, even though she looks like a baby. And she's so shy. Are you shy, Lola? Are you shy? Do you know? Oh. The hell? Oh. One night, me and my two friends were playing a game. I had seen it on TikTok called Cat Scratch. I like to play this game with friends at sleepovers, but it never worked until this night. It was around 2 a.m. We were all wide awake and bored. I suggested the game Cat Scratch. How you play the game is one person will sit down crisscross, the other person puts their head in the person's lap. Then the person sitting up will rub their temples and tell a story about a cat. Here's the story. There once was an old lady who owned a cat. The cat was very nice. It meowed and purred. One day it got hit by a car and died. Cat. Scratch, cat, scratch, cat, scratch. The old lady got a new cat. The cat was very mean. It hissed and clawed. Cat. Scratch, cat, scratch, cat, scratch. One day the cat got hit by a car. The old lady decided not to get any more cats. Cat scratch, cat scratch, cat scratch. Once you say this, you immediately have to sit up, lift up your shirt, and look on your back. And supposedly, there should be scratches. The first friend we tried this song had 3 perfect scratch marks. The next friend who tried it had a whole bunch of random scratch marks on their back that were a lot more red. And finally, we did it on me, and I had a whole bunch on my back in perfect lines. The rest of the night, we kept having strange things happen to us, like doors slamming, waking up and having panic attacks, stuff like that. This is my story. It's not that scary, but you know it can be. I love your videos. My name is Kaden. Ah. I actually have never heard of that game. Who in the wow. Sorry, can you see all that dog hair that's on me? Can you or wait, can you? Sorry, I haven't eaten, so this is the point of the day where I start fading away cuz anyways. But yeah, I've never heard of the cat scratch TikTok. Is that a thing? What are the can a young person in the chat please tell me if that's a thing? All right, this one is called It Wasn't My Mother's Voice. Oh, sounds spooky, Lula. Hi, Sapphire. My name is Elora. I've never really believed in the paranormal. Always told myself if something completely unexplainable happened, then I would start believing. But your podcast definitely pushed me towards believing something more magical, so thank you for that. Anyways, something happened to me when I was younger that was so weird, and I wondered if you or any of your listeners could explain. Maybe it was just an auditory hallucination. I don't know. Sorry for taking so long. Here's my story. When I was a little girl, I always loved wandering around just outside my house. I got asked if I was locked outside a lot because of it. I remember this particular day was overcast and chilly. Anywho, I was pacing back and forth under the gloomy sky when I heard something. A woman's voice. "Elora," it said, playfully. I should mention, during this time, I had recently gotten a new karaoke microphone, the type with an echo mode on it. So I just assumed it was my mom speaking out of the microphone from the upstairs window, messing with me. "Wow, very funny, Mom. What is it?" I sarcastically said, looking up at the window. "Elora," she said again. "Mom, seriously, what is it?" This cycle continued for a while, but no matter what I said, the voice just kept uttering my name. But after a while of this, the voice did end up saying something different. "I can see you." This phrase sent shivers down my spine. This wasn't anything like my mom. I was done talking to whatever this was. I start walking down the short cement path leading to my porch. With each step, the voice didn't get louder. It got foggier, if that makes sense. I felt like her words bounced around the walls of my head, only repeating the same two phrases. "Elora, I can see you." The voice started overlapping somehow, and I was on the verge of tears. It was laughing, loud, as if it was enjoying my fear. I was practically booking it towards the door. It was clear that this was not my mom. Who was it? How did it know my name? These thoughts echoed in my head along with this surreal voice. Finally, my hand slammed on the doorknob and I opened the door. Everything stopped. It was like nothing had even happened. Inside the house was my mom, in the kitchen, nowhere near upstairs. Ooh, that's spooky. That's pretty creepy. So actually, here's the thing. I feel like I have auditory hallucinations constantly. Not as much lately, but like when I was really like opening myself up to stuff, working a lot of things, there was a period of time where I was constantly like hearing voices of people who were in the building, in like, you know, my house or my apartment, but it wasn't them. Like I remember specifically this one time my sister and her husband were like staying at our house and I was in my bedroom and like our bedroom door was open and then I could hear like from the stairwell, it was my brother-in-law's voice and he was like, hey. And I remember like I opened my eyes and I was just like, but it wasn't them. It wasn't them. It happens to me all the time. I don't know. It's always creepy, but not always bad. But it is always very creepy. All right, y'all. Lola's getting antsy, so we're gonna go soon, okay?
She's so cute.
Sorry, I'm so distracted by
Oh, my kitty. This is my baby.
She's so Every time I bring her on live streams, she gets like this. She's just very, like, catatonic, I guess.
Even though she's a doggy. She's puppetonic. I love you, Uma. I love you, me. I love you, me.
All right, yeah, she's over it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, last story of the stream. What song was I trying to do with that? Oh my God, Lola, my arms are like so weak and covered in hair now. Great. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find one here. Okay, this one seems interesting. Hi, Sapphire. I hope this story of mine reaches you. I'd be thrilled if you would give it a read. Thanks a lot. It was back in the early 90s in a country called Nepal. It was the day of the Nag Panchami, and there was a poor farmer who was feeding many nags, snakes, outside his house when suddenly a man came rushing with a sack, panting and running as hard as he could when he stopped and saw the farmer. He asked the farmer if there was any washroom he could go to while asking the farmer to look at his sack and make sure no one takes it. The man also asked the farmer not to look inside the sack. The farmer nodded and told the man to use the bathroom inside his house kindly. The man left to go to the washroom, and the farmer couldn't help but be curious about what was inside the mysterious sack. But however, he didn't let that curiosity get to him, so he stayed faithful and continued with his feeding. The man entered the house and saw the small Nag statue kept on the counter with some offerings in front of it. Smiling, the man used the washroom and went out to say thank you to the farmer. He looked over at his sack, and it was kept just as he had left it. He went over and smelled it and happily went over to the farmer and handed him the sack. The farmer was confused, and suddenly the man started transforming into a Nag with human legs. Shocked, the farmer fell on the floor when suddenly the man told him that he is one of the great Nags sent by the gods, and as every day the farmer feeds millions of snakes, he wanted him to have the sack of gold and vanished into thin air. Not knowing what to do, he left the sack full of jewels outside the police station. Since then, every time on Nag Panchami, they bring the sack out and ask all the people to gather, and they ask about whose sack is that. And every time the great Nag who gifted the farmer the sack, he waits the entire day to watch if the farmer retrieves the sack, and he will always be the tallest person standing in the entire crowd of people. What? you know, I got a little lost in the end. And I don't know if I pronounced Nog right. Sorry. So, like, wait. What about the tallest person? Did anyone follow? I got a little lost just at the end. But thank you for sharing your story. Okay. All right, y'all. We did it. We got to the end, and Lola never jumped out of my arms.
She's so sleepy. Lola, are you sleepy? All right, everyone say bye to Lola.
She's too distracting to be on the stream.
Are you sleepy, baby?
She's so ready to go.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Oh my god. She's so cute. Okay. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your week. I'm sorry I didn't do the cards today because I had a Lola in my hands and I didn't want to put her down to grab the cards. So dumb.